Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's a Monday morning, so it's another in-depth collection video. So we are on 37, I believe now. So anybody who's new to the channel, new to this series, this is basically a almost weekly event that I try and put videos out, and I go through 2 shelves of my collection. Now, my collection is extensive. The main movies of the series are in my other room, and we are going through this, and we are at the T section. Working our way along. Once we finish the T section and obviously all the way up to Z, there is an animated section and an anime section, which is 2 wall things behind me. Hopefully by the middle to end of this year I will have it all documented, more or less. Obviously we titles do change and stuff like this, but it's just to kind of showcase what's going on in my collection. Obviously you can see it's a good way of me looking what I've got, finding stuff that people will recommend and stuff as I go along the way and pulling them out. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So here we are on the final shelf of this section. So as we carried on and finished on Fast and Furious 8, we have Fast and Furious 9 obviously to sit in, and then we have Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, still sealed, but I have watched it, obviously not this copy. The Fault in Our Stars, quite a nice, or quite a sad movie, quite emotional one. Same sort of theme's been used before. I think it's based off a book. Then we have The Festival, never seen it, thought the bloke in it is quite funny. Fifth Element, I love this movie, haven't seen it in ages, probably one to put on a rewatch pile. The Fifth State, as you see the label is still on, so I can't tell you anything about it, except for it's Benedict Cumberbatch as, I can't remember the person's name, an activist. Then we have The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg there and Christian Bale, a great movie, and Amy Adams as well as a supporting cast. Then we have The Fighting Temptations, a very cheesy Cuba Gooding Jr. Not a big fan of Beyonce, but I didn't mind this movie. The First 20 Million, kind of an Andy Garcia start-up kind of company, kind of lowball people you might recognise, Ethan Suplee and a few other people in this, but I didn't mind this. I thought it was quite a cheesy one back in the day, but I enjoyed it. Then we have The 5-Year Engagement, obviously Jason Segel and Emily Blunt, again didn't mind this one, quite a turn your brain off that. And then we have The Flintstones, have seen this before but re-brought it and need to buy a second and re-watch them. The Flood, this was one recently that AJ gifted to me. Quite like this movie, it's very interesting BC this movie, but I enjoyed it. Then we have The Fog, starring good old Superman there, Tom Wellens. So if I didn't mind this movie, I think this is a remake. I've not seen the original, so I can't comment. Have you seen the original? Let me know in the comments down below. Then the series The Following, I bought season 1. I think me and my wife watched the first episode and she couldn't really get into it, so not much more there. Sorry, it's a bit space. Then we have The Forbidden Kingdom of Jet Li and Jackie Chan. Could have been better, but it was alright as martial art movies go, especially from the West. Then we have The Forger. So I found and watched this on TV many years ago with Josh Hutcherson. I quite enjoyed it, and Hayden Panettiere. I quite liked it. Obviously, it's about somebody who forges art and stuff. Very interesting story. Then we have The Founder. Great movie from Michael Keaton. Obviously, Batman. Quite interesting of obviously how the owner of McDonald's how the McDonald's chain came about. Right, can we get all these in here, hopefully without knocking them off? Look at that, getting used to it. So then we have The Fountain. Didn't really like this one, Hugh Jackman and Rachel Weisz. Yeah, just the story didn't gel for me personally. Then we had The Four Feathers, label's still on, I've never seen it, so again I cannot comment on that one. The Fourth Kind, Mila Jovovich from Resident Evil fame, is obviously an alien abduction type movie. The label's not there, I can't remember if I've seen that one. a great movie from Peter Jackson, The Frighteners, obviously Michael J. Fox, kind of the big movie he did before kind of Parkinson's really put him out of the picture for a while, but a great movie. And then The Frozen Grounds, two of my favourite actors here. It was an okay movie, it was nothing special in my opinion, even though it says The Game, a great Michael Douglas movie back in the 90s. Obviously he gets put through kind of feels like a life or death game, and there's a twist to it. The Game of Their Lives, I have not seen it. Gerard Butler, it's a cheap one I picked up at a car boot sale. And then The Game Plan, obviously one of the early rock movies. He's not as big as he is now physically, and obviously physically, and just obviously popularity as he is now. But obviously this was part of his Disney deal to do movies before he got that big. And then we have The Gentleman, a great movie. Love Hugh Grant, and such a different role to see him in. I know the TV series is out now, so I've got to watch that. Then we have The Ghosts, Had Promise. I just thought it felt flat a little bit for me personally. And the ending is a little bit strange. Sorry why I move round. Ugh. So then we have The Gift, Keanu Reeves back in the day. I quite like this movie. Been a long time since I've seen it. The Girl Next Door, Elijah Cuthbert and Emile Hirsch. Sorry about this. Ugh. Then we have The Girl on the Train. Me and my wife watched this at the cinema and quite liked it, so that's why I re-bought it, but obviously need to rewatch it. The Girl with the Gifts, haven't seen it, that's why the label's still on it. I think it's zombies, if memory serves me right. Then we have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I watched the first one of these, and I still haven't got around to watching all three of them. The Girl who played with fire, and then obviously The Girl who kicked the hornet's nest. Then we have the first American remake, The Girl. And then the second one, The Girl in the Spider's Web. Obviously, I don't think they made the third one ever, as far as I was aware. Giver. Showed a lot of promise, but yeah, just fooled flat about kind of someone in their society keeping all the knowledge and what he's left with. It was a very cheap Blu-ray. I think it's like £1 or something I bought. Then we have my Blockbuster copy of The Godfather. Finally got around to watching this a year or so ago and quite enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it is amazing, but I understand why it's got that premise kind of behind it. The Golden Child, love a bit of Eddie Murphy, and I thought he's quite funny in this one with the bloke at the airport calling him Numsy. Then with The Golden Compass, so this was the first movie that was going to be part of the franchise that then got turned into his Dark Materials, I believe. The Good Night, a very bad movie in my eyes. It's all over the shop, and with the talent that they had, it's a bit of a shame. Then we have the Dollars trilogy, so A Few Dollars More from Clint Eastwood, or starring Clint Eastwood. A Fistful of Dollars, and then probably the most famous of the three, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Seen all of these, quite liked them, quite surprised how good they are. And then we have The Good, the Bad and the Weird, kind of a Asian remake of it. Not as good as the original, I would say, but for a martial art wise, I don't think it was too bad. And then we start off with season 1 of The Good Wife, and as I drop off, and finally for this episode, season 2. And there we go, that was this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Was there any recommendations you want to give to me in there? Please let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you want to do on this video if you choose to, and otherwise I shall see you in the next one.